first carry for Kenyon Drake. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 24 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On first down, Drake. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Tannehill flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brooks Reed able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Being chased out left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brooks Reed in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. The safety, T.J. McDonald, getting in there to break that one up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. 20. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Ryan got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Let's go.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Drops it off for Coleman. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Tuesday.
From the gun, Ryan, and he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Cameron Wake in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Tannehill on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Stills right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. Gonna look deep for Wilson. This is caught. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
So they grab the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
Yeah, here now come the Falcons. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Ready! 25! Hey, gun. Here we go!
Now Ryan on 1st down. Looking deep for Julio. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
20! Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Here's Tannehill. And Wilson has it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Tannehill fighting Wilson for the Miami first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. 44 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and goal, Gore. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Brooks Reed able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep route. So they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it. as we come up on a big third down. To throw is Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. 21. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Ryan. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cameron Wake in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Operating from the gun, Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They needed 17, and they got 18. A defensive lapse there, and it's a first down.
Hey, gun. 21.
Back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Wide open receiver complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. First down now, but that clock rolling.
12.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Deion Jones in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got a man. It's Amendola. So there's one big play followed by the timeout as we're under 10 seconds to go. And now how do you play it offensively? We'll find out. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. He's back to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. One last throw here for Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And that's how this one ends in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.